Hey Gemini, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that all is well with you. This is the other person reading. It is intended for those that need insight and guidance about an ex-friend. May also be somebody that recently ghosted you, or anybody at all that you are no longer in talking terms with, okay? The cards will illuminate things that you are not seeing at this time, blind spots and shadow, and hopefully this will give you the clarity and insight that you seek. Just keep in mind that the roles can also be vice versa, and please do watch and check your other signs for important messages. Without further ado, let's begin. What is going on for this other person that Gemini is currently connecting with? Spirit, we ask for insight and guidance, please, for Gemini dealing with this other person. What does Gemini need to know, need to be aware of at this time? Overall energy, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands can suggest a passionate new beginning that is available for you and this person, but it really depends on the amount of effort you and this person need to put in. All right, if you're willing to invest a great deal of energy for this to grow and expand. All right, let's see, what is the heart of the matter? We have the Daughter of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be a younger individual. Yes, there is passion, there is chemistry. It's all about fun with this person though. It feels like they're lacking life experience, or they're yet to understand complexities of human emotions to know that you guys are seeking something more stable. You want something to grow. It feels like something is failing to launch from the initial stages though with Ace of Wands. Being around this person, yes, it's all fun, but it's very childlike energy. And I see that you're outgrowing this, Gemini, okay? That's because you're setting your sights on higher emotional grounds. There are things that you want to achieve. And it feels like somebody is stuck, okay, with Daughter of Wands into their childlike ways is what I'm seeing. What is the challenge here? What is the challenge? What is blocking and causing hindrance between you both? We have Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment, can also be seen as a wish card. I see that with Nine of Cups, this person has been just pursuing their passion, their interest, what gives them pleasure, all right? And some of you feel like it's highly unreliable. If it's all about pleasure, you want something that can stand the test of time. This can also mean that they constantly change their interest, like one moment where their bliss is, that is what they're going to put their focus and attention to, but the next they could be changing their mind constantly. So you feel like this is highly unreliable. Okay, what is the root or cause here? What is the root or cause for this? We have the Four of Swords. There is procrastination that I'm seeing here, Gemini. Somebody refuses to grow up is what I'm seeing. Okay, it's like they know their responsibilities in this relationship. They know that what they have to do, but they refuse to take action. That's why the Ace of Wands is saying it can remain just as a potential. I also feel like somebody's not seeing the potential of this connection. There's some sense of denial. There could also be fear that's holding them back. So the Daughter of Wands, they need to face their fears. Okay, so finally this connection can have a sense of direction. Can also mean that you feel this person is lacking in something, long-term goals. They're lacking long-term goals is what I'm saying. They're always just living in the moment. Let's see what happened in the recent past here. This is behind you, and in the process of passing, we have the Three of Cups. If this is not a romantic interest, it can mean a friend or a relationship that has potential for romance, right? The Three of Cups means friendship. This can also mean lighthearted flirting, hanging around, you know. They could be playing it safe with you right now, Gemini, because they're afraid of commitment. They're watering down the feelings that they have for you as just attraction because they themselves can't admit that, okay? Now, here we have the Two of Cups as their intention. Yes, they've been thinking about, going in this direction with you, something deeper, something more intimate. This can also mean reconciliation after a period of no communication. They've been thinking a lot about, reconciling, mending the rift. But unless they're going to take that step, okay, reaching out to you, sending out that message, then of course things are not going to move forward. What is going to happen in the immediate future? What are the new energies coming in play? We have the Daughter of Cups. All right, so this is water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Wow, for some of you, that this is not going to resonate for all, but you might be actually dealing with somebody that has options on the side, Gemini. All right, the love is there with you, but they're denying it because, like I said, they tend to be tempted, easily tempted. Their physical senses, okay, meaning attraction, meaning physicalities, they tend to go with where their bliss is. So that's why they don't want anything serious for now. Feels like they just want to go around and meet and casually date others, but they're denying this Two of Cups that they have with you. They might also going to be sending you out a message with Daughter of Cups. Again, sweet messages, trying to grab your attention. But with all these daughters, pages, very young energy. The decision is up to you at the end of the day, Gemini, is what the cards are saying. But you have to be honest with yourself what it is that you're looking for. And take a closer look at the situation if this person is the one that can provide that for you. Or do you feel like you are going to be able to reach emotional fulfillment if you give this person that opportunity? How does this person feel for Gemini at this time? We have the Two of Swords. It feels pretty stale, and it could also mean indecision, like they're deciding who they really want to be with for long term. So they're juggling here, Gemini. And as bad as it sounds, you guys deserve more than that. Okay, you want to be with somebody who's very certain and sure who they want. And I feel like that's because they don't also know what they want with Nine of Cups. They haven't been really asking themselves honestly what it is that they're looking for. Okay? They might have in the past, relied on the decision of others. They couldn't make decisions on their own. All right? And I see here denial. They're denying. They're not seeing what already is unraveling in front of them. For some of you, you may have also caught this person talking to somebody else. You already know that they're talking to somebody else, but they're denying it. Because they don't want to lose you, but they're keeping this other person on the side. How do they see you right now, Gemini? How do they see you at this time? We have the Hermit. So you may have disconnected, right? Four of Swords and the Hermit. You've taken a break because you needed to heal. You needed to put everything in perspective. You also have realized that the person you're dealing with will not decide because they haven't really asked themselves what it is that they're looking for. All right? So they can go in relationships after relationships and not really knowing what they're looking for. So it's kind of like going with the flow. And I feel like at this point, you being the Hermit here, right? There is awakening, there's maturity in you. You're setting your sights on higher ground. You also feel like this is not going to be good enough for you. You don't like this kind of dynamic at all. If this person is also not giving you the truth, they're denying something, you need to go within, ask your intuition. I feel like this is somebody you also know, like another friend, somebody from your community, very close to you. I sense some competition here. Hopes and fears. What you may be holding on to, Gemini, in terms of hopes and fears. We have Seven of Cups. You're afraid. Yes, you're afraid that this person is not being real with you. That this is only temptation that they're bringing. The attraction is just a temptation, right? It's something superficial. And I feel like that's why you're avoiding this with the Hermit. You already know that there is something rotten deep down with the offer they're presenting to you. And so the struggle is within, is what I'm seeing, to not take this offer at all. I also feel like some of you are, once that you're going to shift your focus on yourself, on your growth, you're going to see that there's a lot of opportunities, options, and choices too that is available to you, Gemini. This Seven of Cups is also decoy, that if you accept this offer, what this person is presenting, It might just lead you astray from the path that you should be focusing on. That means if you have a stronger sense of conviction as to what it is or who it is that you want to be with, and knowing that this person is not that person, what they can't provide, right? Dispel the illusion here of that attraction, that temptation, because it may just be on the surface level. It's just all about, the attraction that you feel, but it's not going to emotionally fulfill you. That's what I'm seeing here. This might have happened a long time ago for some of you, but it's still lingering because it feels like this person is still, around you, tempting you, sending you out messages. They also are selling you the fantasies, what I'm seeing. It's like they talk a lot, but not a lot of action to prove that. Situation still feels pretty stale. What is the final outcome here? Probable future for Gemini. We have the 5 of Cups. Some kind of regret that they're going to experience. Regret missing an opportunity with you. All right? It also involves somebody else. They're regretting that they chose that other person. Okay, it feels like this person also is regretting the decision that they made, because when they decided on, keeping this other options on the side, they thought that you're not going to find out, but you found out anyway. This may not resonate for all, but that could be the regret now, the remorse that they feel. I also feel like this person made a wrong decision because at that time they were emotional. Their emotions were fluctuating. They were not on the right mind space and heart space to make that decision. It was something impulsive. It was something that they thought they wanted, if that makes sense. So that's why they could be messaging you. They realize now the value of the connection they shared with you. But I feel like it's rather too late for some of you, okay? You are outgrowing this. You're in the process of healing from this, okay? And I feel like that's the lesson for them, is to not quote unquote play with people's feelings and emotions, thinking that they're just going to be always there, because that's not fair, So let's see. We're going to be clarifying these cards here, Gemini. Why is the Ace of Wands here, please? We have the bittersweet. So yes, it feels like it left a very bad taste in your mouth, but you also feel happier now that you're free from that situation. You're no longer as stressed. This no longer affects you as much as it did in the past. I feel like you're healing. You're in a better mind space right now. You're seeing now the implications of this in your life. And if you kept on going that direction, it might be something that you will regret as well. You know what I mean? So the bittersweet can also be how this person is currently feeling, because missing an opportunity with you is something that, yes, they may hate to agree or admit, but they really are missing you and missing what you had. Why is the 2 of Cups here, please? We have the Balance card. So it feels like, yes, there is tendency for this person to go with their bliss or their emotions too much. They're not seeing clearly the situation. There's also here imbalance in their life, okay? And since you're dealing with a lot of young energy here, it feels like they still need maturity to be able to make balanced and sound decision. This can also mean for every action there's consequence, right? The scales are now being brought back in balance, and I feel like that's why you are in a better place, and it is this person that is feeling this way now. They're realizing that, they should have been more cautious. They should not have made decisions based on fluctuating emotions. That they needed to take their time to consider all angles and perspective. Why is the Daughter of Cups here, please? Complacency. So, yes, they could potentially be with somebody else, but they're not happy. It feels like they're settling with that new person, but there's sadness. As you can see with this card, right? There's a sense of sulking over it. Because they're missing you. They definitely want to be with you. That's what I'm seeing here. But they're not taking action still. Or perhaps they know that they can no longer reach you. You may have completely cut them out from your life. Why is the Nine of Cups here, please? We have the Perfection card. So, I don't know, it just feels like with Perfection card, this is somebody that thinks too highly of themselves. Okay, they can be very critical of other people, but they don't dare check in with themselves. And I feel like that's what's happening now. There has been, this whole experience is really teaching this person to be more wise, to be more mature. And I also feel like that's what's happening here. You're the more mature person with the Hermit. You have wisdom, and you need that to help you navigate your way in this process to move forward. And I also feel like they didn't really use their higher faculties here. They're not able to rationalize things. Why is the Five of Cups here, please? We have the dissipating. So for some of you, the sadness that you felt that comes with this is slowly dissipating, is slowly fading away. It's no longer affecting you as much as it did before. I also feel like this person here has been watching you from afar, living your best life, or getting information from others. I don't know why that is. But where they are right now, it feels like there's a deterioration of some sort. There's sadness sinking in. Feeling of lost, okay? So, let's see. There's a balancing of scales. I also feel like there's a new beginning for you, Gemini. But you need to regain your balance once again, okay? It's time for you to live your best life, and don't also feel complacent where you are, because you deserve so much more. Don't let one situation make you completely closed off from the world, okay? So, what is your advice for Gemini going through this situation, please? What is your advice for Gemini? We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so let's see. You may have completely isolated yourself, and this will have a serious toll on your health. Okay, and once you're ready to open up, you will see that there are many sources of love that are available for you from friends and family, and even new potential love. And Ace of Wands is saying it depends on the amount of effort that you want to put in. Okay? Now it says here, balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is a lesson in itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it's struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. The Perfection card here can also mean, yes, I feel like you recognize this person has their shortcomings, their flaws, because they still have to experience awakening, go through maturity. But it's saying here that you can bring balance into your life without judgment towards this person and others, okay? They are placed in your path to teach you, and you to teach them as well. So insight and compassion is what's needed here. This is your reading, Gemini. Please let me know if this resonates. Let me know in the comment section. I would truly appreciate that. Please take only what resonates for you as well and leave out what doesn't. I'm sending you love and light, and namaste.